So if I click on Compare Options, it's going to bring up a side-by-side of the 3 plan options, including the costs, but I really want to run through the benefits. I'm going to skip the deductibles and out-of-pockets first, because everything else is the same, and I'm going to talk about what's the same, and then I'll talk about what's different. Just one thing I want to point out, this is a new system, as I mentioned, and we want to put it where the lowest cost plan is on the left, the middle cost plan is in the middle, and the highest cost plan is on the right. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to do that yet, so right now you'll see the lowest cost plan on the left, the highest cost plan in the middle, and the medium plan on the right. So just as we're going through down below, just please notate that. So the first thing I want to talk about is that preventative care, and United has done this for a long time, but under the Affordable Care Act it's now law, that preventative care be covered at 100%. So no copay, no deductible, no out-of-pocket for things like your routine physical, preventative mammograms and colonoscopies, flu shots. This year, even additional women's health services like birth control is covered at no cost. Not all birth control, but there are. Every carrier has their own list of birth control that's covered at 100%. So all those things, including vaccinations, flu shots, pneumonia vaccines, all the vaccinations for the kids, those are all covered at 100%, as long as they're done for preventative reasons. If they're tied to a diagnosis, so if you're having a colonoscopy because you had polyps in the past, that's not a preventative colonoscopy and will likely be applied towards your deductible. But again, situation where you want to ask your doctor, hey doc, I just want to make sure you're going to bill this as preventative, right? I always find it funny when they get something from the insurance company saying, hey, you owe $800 for that colonoscopy, and they're like, that's ridiculous, United sucks, how can I owe $800? And I'm like, you're not paying United the $800, you're paying the doctor the $800. Get mad at the doctor for charging $800, not the insurance company. But yet the insurance companies take a lot of heat for our system because they're so visible, they're so interactive in what we do. But so preventative care, when billed preventative, is covered 100%, no copay, no deductible, no out-of-pocket. If you go to a primary care doctor, such as your internist, your OBGYN, your pediatrician, that's a $30 copay under this plan. One of the things this plan tries to do is to drive you to higher quality doctors, and they mostly do that at the specialists. If you guys have been through any of these meetings with me in the last few years, this should not be unfamiliar to you, what I'm about to say, but I will run through it again. United Healthcare, a decade and a half ago, said, you know, we want to find the doctors that are really doing a higher quality job. And so they felt that in